It sounds like what you're saying, the problem is starting on the southern border. That's what another council member said yesterday to me in a conversation here. So, what is your message to the federal government then? Because I've talked to both Democratic and Republican Congress members, and they've all said there is a crisis at the southern border. Everyone has used those words. Now, the solution to get the way to get to the solution obviously changes dependent on party, but when you think of securing the border, what does that look like to you?
Great question, and this is a semester worth of stuff coming at you here in a second. So, do physical barriers work? The wall, of course they do, because you get to direct people in a certain, whether it's a river, a natural one, or a manufactured one like a wall, or putting concertina or razor wire on. Those are the basics, right? Now you get into the diplomacy part. We give hundreds of millions of dollars to Mexico for what? To have this. So now you have to say, we're going to cut off funding for you, right? So the economic incentives, U.S. taxpayer money going to Mexico, we'll cut it off. And then you get the criminal element. You need the DEA, you need the border control agents down there, allow them to do their jobs. They are handcuffed right now from anything I've read, heard, or seen. They're not able to do their jobs. And now, with a situation like this, I would be fully on board with utilizing the National Guard to get this under control. So, whether it's physical barriers, law enforcement agencies, diplomacy, economic constraints, no more money. What are we paying you for? I have, like I said, this is a semester's worth of stuff here. She goes down, she being the vice president of the United States, again, given the authority to go down there and stop this. I'm besides myself with the Mexican government right now because they're facilitating this. They know they're not staying. They're saying it's not our problem. I mean, if I went to Mexico for a week on vacation, I have to get off the plane, get in line with immigration, look at somebody in the eye and tell them, I'll be back here in a week. Otherwise, you'll be looking for me. And if I overstay my tourist visa or the time I'm staying there, I don't want to end up in a Mexican prison. That's what they
Let
do down there. But they facilitate it. And then everybody knows, and again, the predictable part, the drugs, the human sex trafficking, the organized crime. It's a horrible condition we're creating for these people. This is America to them when they arrive here, and they're going to be working as some sort of sex worker. That's the American dream.
let's bring it back to New York for a moment. You're a candidate for New York State Assembly. Let's say you win. What are you doing to fix the problem at home? Fix it right here in New York.
I will not fund this insanity. I will not incentivize it with more benefits until the other elected officials do their jobs and we get some sort of unity. And that's going to be hard unless there's a drastic change. The Democrats have a supermajority in both the Assembly and the Senate, and the governor is a Democrat, and yet they blame Republicans. That's getting into politics now, right? What do you want me to do? You're the ones with all the legal authority, the official power, the resources, and you're looking to blame who? So we need drastic change in Albany, break the supermajorities at a minimum come this November so that we have a say in this matter, and they realize that they can no longer support this narrative because the people of New York State will hold them accountable come November. That's what we need to do. Now, elected again, I would not fund this. I would not support any policy towards this. I would empower our law enforcement agencies to go out there and do their job and not put them or their families or their pensions at risk for doing their jobs. That's another little issue here that people fail to forget. When New York City took away the qualified immunity for the New York City Police Department, they're afraid to do their jobs. What? So I'm gonna go to jail for doing, you know, my responsibilities. So, you know, it's that's what I would do. Enforce the laws that are already on the books. Everybody wants to go to Albany. Oh, I passed a new bill. I want to pass a new law. How about we start enforcing the laws we have in place first?